We're live.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm like, are we? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Welcome to another Shit Talk Fridays. I'm Gina.
And I'm Evo. And we want to thank you guys for joining us. We hope that you had a fantastic week. The weekend's here. We hope you have a drink and get ready to talk some shit.
Because I'm fucking ready to talk some shit and I'm ready to have a drink.
For real.
So tonight we are drinking a drink in, I guess, celebrating the holiday that's coming this Sunday of Valentine's Day. I hope I said that right because the bitch be chopping it up. But the drink is called Romeo and Julieta. And it is tequila, silver tequila, nothing special. I think we just used the Trader Joe's brand of tequila. But there is something pretty special about it. So it's made with raspberry hibiscus tea, which I had to brew earlier on in the day. If you don't want to do that, you can go out and just buy like a pre-made hibiscus tea. And then you are adding lime juice. And it calls for simple syrup, which is basically heated up sugar with water and some sage. I chose to not use simple syrup, and I opted into putting honey in the warm lime juice. Okay. Which is kind of like the same thing. I just didn't want, I don't know. I got a thing against white sugar.
We'll have to hear about that sometime.
It's just not good for you. And if I'm going to drink, I'm going to try to, like, you know, at least make it a little bit, you know, somewhat good for me.
You can't go wrong with honey.
So I did, you know, the raw, pure, organic honey.
Nice.
And that's it. So let's fucking cheers, because I'm ready. And I pray that this tastes good, because it could be a little sour.
We're about to find out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's actually really good.
Not bad at all. It's actually very smooth.
It's actually a lot better than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I will say that I could have put more tequila in that.
Potentially, yeah. If we weren't taking shots before we, you know.
What? Sir, I do not know what you were talking about.
Yeah. All right.
Hi, welcome to the stream, Edgar. Welcome to the stream, Mark. Nice to see you, fellas. As always, I appreciate you being here. So tonight, we are going to start the night off by just talking about some trending topics. We don't really have an overarching theme. We're just going to be shit talking for most of the night. But we have some other topics towards the latter part of the evening. So, starting off with some shit that popped off this week, I would like to talk about none other than the GINA CARANO, because she decided to really fuck herself.
Yeah, you know, when you brought this to my attention, I couldn't help but to think back at the other live that we did,
where I talked about her.
Yeah, where you touched on this and how she was skating on thin ice, and she was putting herself in a position where she was, like, you know, pretty much like gonna compromise her job, and it almost seemed weird because, like, she has an amazing opportunity. And the fact that she would even go that far kind of makes her look like either she's stupid or she just, you know, slipped and kind of like let out some personalities that her publicist probably told her wasn't cool, or I'm not sure how we got to this point.
Well, so let's just backtrack a little bit so that if anyone in the audience doesn't know what we're talking about, GINA CARANO plays Cara Dune on the show The Mandalorian. And let's be honest, she's a character that I actually really liked.
Yes.
So
we both enjoy her character.
I want to say maybe more than a month ago, she kind of got herself into some hot water, and it was trending on Twitter, #FireGinaCarano. And the reason why was because she had retweeted some tweets and tweeted some tweets that were kind of like supporting non-mask wearing and kind of like things that came across a little racist. So people in the Star Wars fandom went fucking nuts, and they #FireGinaCarano. Jon Favreau then stepped in, and Pedro Pascal, and they kind of went to bat for her, and she was good. Now, she decided that she was going to put out a super, super controversial tweet that was highly insensitive and super offensive. And it wasn't even her own... matter of fact, it wasn't even a tweet. It was a Instagram story that she shared of another person.
But then she commented on it as well, right? Like she also.
No.
Okay. Well, we have it, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes. So let's take a look. So, I believe
that she had her own comment piece to it.
Well, she reposted the post and also commented as well.
Well,
if I'm not mistaken.
Whatever the case is, she fucked up.
Yeah.
Because if you could see this reposted Instagram story, what she went ahead and did is she supported the idea that people that have political differences in this current time are basically being treated the way Jews were during Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say?
Asphincter says what?
That's just as crazy as when Trump was like, I'm the worst treated president. You forget about the ones that are assassinated? Like, right. What is she even comparing this to? Like, I just feel like there's a level of like audacity in that to say that the way that people with different political beliefs are being treated, or there's some sort of small connection to those two different worlds, I think is beyond, like, that shit is way, 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 way out there.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a disconnect from reality that's going on right there. You know, I think she really has a lack of having her feet on the ground, per se.
Shit.
You know, she's living in a fake world for her to be able to make a comparison like that and to think that they're like within the same plane. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand what she was thinking when she said that. You know, maybe a couple too many blows to the head on the MMA on the MMA circuit. You know what I'm saying?
So let's let's be clear. She didn't say something. She just reposted something. So she's supporting an idea of another person, which I think
when you do that, when you
like what's that saying? You know, if you roll with somebody, you guilty by association.
You're guilty by association. But if you're reposting something and you're reposting someone's words, you're basically saying that yourself.
So let me read some comments. So, happy Friday, Donald. Welcome to the stream. And then Mark says, has she been a cotton-headed ninny muggins? That's obviously some British shit. Yeah. That I don't know what that is, but it sounds like you're basically saying, is she being stupid? And then Edgar says, Disney gave her a second chance in their view. She blew it. Disney said, bye, Felicia.
For real.
And then George says, so the presidents that were treated worse are the ones that were killed? I would think so.
I mean, don't think it gets any worse than that.
If you want to talk about as far as how treatment goes, I would say that that's pretty fucked up. But, you know. But I know that me and George have a difference of opinion when it comes to how we see things in that regard. But I was just making a connection of how she basically tried to make this connection between how people are treated with their political views and how Jews were treated in Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sis. That connection was poor, was insensitive, and was way the fuck out there. That shit was a reach.
Two total opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yes, I think it was, and I personally am not Jewish, so I don't know what it feels like to maybe have read that.
Yeah.
Being of Jewish descent and looking at that like, is this lady fucking serious?
Well, I'm sure a lot of them had something to say about it.
So, thus,
maybe, and listen, and that's a religion that now in America, especially, you don't fuck with.
Well, okay, because they have a lot of power.
They got a lot of power.
So then the hashtag was reborn, fire GINA Carano, and she got the boot.
I think the first time she stepped out of line, you know, the gentleman that you said saved her,
Jon Favreau, who is the director and creator of The Mandalorian.
This time, there was no saving her. I can't imagine the phone calls from higher ups, from people in power, Jews, that were made.
Yo, they picked up the bat phone. They were like, hello.
Get the commissioner on the phone.
Okay? I know that Batman works for DC, but somebody's got to get this chick.
Shit.
So she no longer is with Disney and no longer will be starring in The Mandalorian. So Mandalorian season 2, Cara Dune is dead.
Yeah, well, maybe she can go back to MMA as the.
She's on another planet. But from talking with some other people on TikTok, it's come about that she's currently filming 2 movies and has an estimated net worth of $8 million. So it seems like she's gonna be alright.
I don't know. Listen, some stuff like this,
I know,
can get you blacklisted.
So that's what I was asking some of the people that I was having conversations with on TikTok. What do you think is going to happen to her? Because yes, maybe currently she has some things going on outside of Disney.
Could get canceled.
But I feel like when something like this happens, when a mega company like Disney gets rid of you, it like fucking blacklists you everywhere.
That's a stain that you can't wipe off. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
Fuck. It's over. You wearing that one for life.
So this drink is actually really good. I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah, you should.
Because I was like, all right, fuck. I'm going to skip the sugar and put the honey. And I think I like the honey better.
That was a good call.
And I'm going to tell you why I did that. Because I'm an avid tea drinker. Yeah. And I know how good honey goes with tea. So then I was like, why wouldn't I put the fucking honey in it? You know, sometimes I got a brain. And then, so Mark says, that's pretty messed up. Jews and not many people know, but also Jehovah's Witnesses were tortured and killed by Nazis. Shit.
Yep.
And then Victor says, a sphincter says what? And like, I think that's obviously like a thing from, that is from Wayne's World when he was like, a sphincter says what?
Yes, a sphincter says what?
Exactly.
Exactly.
And then Mark says, we need to get Emma Watson in The Mandalorian. I reckon just messing. You and Emma Watson, I think that you need to find a way to meet her somehow so that you can get your rocks off and like, you know, maybe, what's the word I'm looking for? Like get that get that itch scratched.
I'm sure he's not the only one that wants to meet Emma Watson. Well,
what I want to say lastly about GINA Carano is I'm not going to say that I'm sad to see her go from the series because she was a character that I thoroughly enjoyed, but will I miss her? No. But what I am going to say is that it's sad because she was a character that I think young women looked up to for multiple reasons. Her career in MMA really, I believe, inspired other women. In addition to that, she was at this point now such a kick-ass character on The Mandalorian that young women and women my age will look at that character and be like, yo, she's doing her damn thing. And now that's, another one.
You know who she reminded me of? Brienne of Tarth.
Brienne of Tarth?
Brienne of Tarth.
Yes.
Yes.
You think so?
I just think that, like that really big, tough woman, But at the same time, she still was feminine in a way.
Which one? Cara Dune or Brienne of Tarth?
Both. I feel like they played both sides. They were very rough around the edge, but they had women qualities about them.
I mean, well, they're women, so they would have women qualities.
Listen, there's women out there that are just straight men. They act like straight men. All right, maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, do you not see the similarities? Like, do you don't see how one may kind of like character may kind of resemble the other? Without looking too deep into the character, I'm just, like.
I can see the comparison, but I think that, in my opinion, Brienne of Tarth and Cara Dune were very different characters.
Yes, of course they were different characters.
But I said,
I'm just talking about big women that are intimidating, strong, and will kick a man's ass.
Yeah, and that's where I can see the comparison. Yes. But like character-wise,
no,
I
not
feel
talking
like
about
they had like a different vibe to
them. I'm not talking about they have the same character. I just said that they kind of, she reminded me of her in certain ways.
I think I kind of love, I love Brienne of Tarth so much that
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to like connect her to Cara June. I think that's my hesitation.
She's definitely cut from a different cloth.
So, yeah, I'm sad in that aspect. I'm sad in that aspect that young women are going to lose an image of a woman that you don't see too often.
Yeah, I agree.
So that in that aspect, I'm sad to see that go. So I actually posed this question to people on TikTok when the news came out about her firing, and I asked that because I'm a huge believer in freedom of speech, and I think that people have the right to say what they feel. And I asked people if they felt like, was this cancel culture, or were these her consequences to her? What she basically reposted, and I kind of just wanted to get a feel of what people were like, what they thought about what they actually thought, and a lot of people responded to me on TikTok, and I would say a few people said cancel culture, but a lot of people said that they felt like that it was basically these were just her consequences for what she felt, what she was supporting, because she worked for a company and she's an at-will employee. So Disney said, you don't fit our vision and our mission. See you later. And a lot of people made a very valid point. So she still got to have her freedom of speech because she wasn't jailed. She wasn't fined. There was like no law put against her. She just lost her job because she more than likely had some sort of contract.
She went against the views of the company, and they found that she violated
some clause,
some type of clause. Because if not, they wouldn't have fired her. If they could have been legally held liable for firing her, they wouldn't have fired her. But because she violated something, see ya.
So I guess Edgar said it best. Bye, Felicia. But yeah, so that like I think it's kind of crazy that a couple weeks back I was asking the audience, do you think that she should be fired? And she made sure she took her own self, is what she did. And then Mark says, haha, get my rocks off. I've genuinely never seen The Mandalorian. It's a Star Wars thing, right? Yes. I would highly recommend it. And then Edgar says, one should never make light of how Mayans, Incans, Aztecs, Tainos, Africans, and Jews were mistreated in the realm of history.
Agreed.
I would firmly agree with that. And then Mark says, I like Star Wars like I like American Idol, not on TV anymore. And EDJ, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much. And then Victor is agreeing with you. Def reminding me of Brienne. And then Mark is saying, Evo, may every stream you rock out the fresh ass pumps, best trainer sneakers on YouTube.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to keep it fresh.
But so enough of the fucking chicks that got themselves written off at Disney. Let's change gears.
Let's move on to some more chicks.
Yeah, some more chicks. Cause like, you know, I'm all about female empowerment. And I love women out there doing the damn thing. And when I see it happening, it gets me excited because I know that it's not easy. No. Like, I know it's not easy. So when I see women out there, like, really pushing the boundaries of shit, I applaud them. So within the last week, Cardi B just came out with her new song, Up. And if you haven't seen this video, I would implore you after the stream to go and check this video out. Because I'm going to say this. Cardi B, in my opinion, really did the damn thing in this video for a multitude of reasons. And I have a picture of like some shots, of like some still shots of some of the visuals from this video. And I'm going to say this about Cardi B. I honestly feel like you either love her or you fucking hate her. There's no in-between for you with Cardi B.
There's no like, oh, I think she's okay.
Yeah. And I honestly really love her because I just think that she doesn't give a fuck.
Nah.
And you gotta have some respect for that because not giving a fuck can really get you in trouble.
Well, I mean, I think coming from the background that she's come from, the type of lifestyle that she lived, I think very early on you have to learn how to not give a fuck.
Yeah, because a lot of people come for her throat. So this new video song Up. I remember the day that I saw it in my YouTube, because I subscribe to all this shit. So it popped up in my feed. I clicked on it, and I watched it 3 times back to back to back, because there was so much to see in the video that I was just like, okay, I need to watch this again. There was so much visualization. There was such amazing wardrobe, such amazing not amazing choreography, but there was good choreography. I don't want to say amazing, because I've seen amazing choreography. But there was amazing wardrobe, there was amazing visuals, there was, really good choreography.
And it's like good hair and makeup?
Yeah, I was getting to that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. You're not jumping ahead. I'm just saying, like, great hair and makeup. Like, she really great visual effects, because there were aspects of the video that were obviously CGI'd or whatever it is, and I really applaud her for this video, because it's definitely like a level up. Because if you go back and you look at like was it not Bodak Yellow? Shit. I can't remember the name of the song, but it was with her and her husband. The hell's his name?
One of the Migos. You got me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever the case may be, because I know his name, and then because we're live, it's not fucking coming to me, because I know his name.
Somebody's gonna say it on the stream in a second.
So this video is definitely like she has come very far. So in the past week, there has been some controversy surrounding this video. So when the song came out, I want to say within the same day, on Twitter, of course, because bitch is always on Twitter, a tweet kind of went viral, because a young man by the name of Mr. Fontaine retweeted a clip of the video and said, "This is my song, where's my money?" So I actually think that we have that tweet.
Yes, we do.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I actually had no idea who this guy was or this rapper. So of course I went digging for everybody to go figure out what the tea was. And this rapper, Mr. Fontaine, who is a rapper out of Camden, New Jersey, in addition to him, he's also what's the word I'm looking for? Mr. Fontaine is also, I want to say like he's in a group. It's him and give me 1 second. I don't want to say this guy's name wrong. Mr. Pesos. Okay, I didn't want to fuck that up. So Mr. Fontaine and Mr. Pesos. So after they tweeted that, I went digging to figure out what the fuck was going on. Come to find out that these two rappers out of Camden, New Jersey, they came out with a song back in September of 2020 called Stuck. And they're claiming that Cardi B stole their hook.
I'm sorry, they came out at when? 2020?
Yes, 2020.
Okay.
Okay, September of 2020. Cardi B's video just came out last week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So their song came out September of 2020. So we're talking about, at this point, October, November, December. We're talking about like almost 5-6 months ago. And the tweet went fucking viral. People were like, yo, because if you go, which I let you listen to the song. Yeah. And sadly, I cannot let you listen to the song because we've already gotten 3 copyright strikes against us on YouTube. They about to cancel a bitch for playing shit that we're not supposed to. So I'll let you listen to the song. Yeah. And the lyrics don't sound like hers, but the hook.
The hook. There's no denying that hook
the minute you
is
hear
the same hook. And it's not even the full hook. It's like the second part of the hook where he loops these words over and over again. It's the exact same thing Cardi B's doing in her song, and there's no gray area about it. It is what it is, and it's fucked up.
And the minute you heard it, your head kind of turned. You're like, oh,
I was just like, damn.
Because he was like, yo, because I'm stuck, and I'm up, and I'm up. Yeah. And it was like, even to the same tempo. Yeah. So.
Somebody cutting a check.
Yeah, somebody's definitely getting a check cut for them ASAP. So there was a little bit of back and forth. I'm going to read some comments, though. Hi, Sonia. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much. She says that we're looking fly.
Thank you,
and then Maria Francis Torres says, Offset. Thank Jesus, because I would have left the stream mad at myself because I know who Offset is. Like, I actually love one of his albums.
It's just been a while since we heard anything from him, so, you know.
And then Mark is saying she's beautiful, but I don't dig the kind of slutty way she's going. You know, Mark, that's pretty surprising to me because you say some pretty slutty shit. So the fact that you don't like a slutty girl, that kind of blows my mind.
Mark is always trying to have a threesome. Yo, something crazy, Mark, bro.
That's what I'm like. What?
I thought you'd be excited.
Mark is like, dudes are saying that is that true. And then Edgar saying, wasn't she divorcing Offset? So I thought the same thing. I thought that her and Offset were divorcing.
I think twice they got divorced.
Bitch. But then he's on her Instagram like every other fucking day. So he's like, who knows? Listen, that is that life. Like, you know, leave me alone. But at the same time, come and give me a kiss. Right? So, don't talk to me, but I'm not blocking your phone number. That's what that is.
That's one of those, you know, we're gonna fight and we're gonna have our differences, but we're never separating.
It's never gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
They're gonna be together. God rest her soul, they're gonna be Bobby and Whitney. That's what it's gonna be.
Minus Whitney's ending.
I mean,
let's hope so.
Listen, yes. Let's pray. Because there's actually a really weird phenomenon in the music industry, and it's called, you know, well, Cardi already passed that because she's 28. But there's a lot of music people in the industry that died at age 27. Do you not know about this?
No, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, like. River Phoenix, no, not River Phoenix. Janis Joplin died at 27. Shit. There's a few other people that.
How old was Kurt Cobain?
27.
Ooh.
And then there was one other person. There's a few people that age 27. They either died or lost their life or whatever it was. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. So back to the tea.
Wait, before you move forward,
okay.
I just wanted to say hi to Michelle on Facebook. She joined us.
Oh, nice.
She says she loves watching us, and she says you look great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that, Michelle. I try. I really do try.
And Michelle, if you wanna join us on YouTube, there's a link in my bio.
And Marie says Gina forever talking about Whitney. Yo, I fucking love Whitney Houston. Let me tell you, I got real feelings about Whitney.
Let's see if I can get her link.
Who?
Michelle on Facebook. She's asking if she wants to see how she watches. She can follow us on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So yeah, look, and then Rachel. Hey, Rachel, welcome to the stream. She's saying, yeah, drug overdose. Yup. The Curse. So there are a few very significant music artists that have died due to drug overdose. And thank you so much, Rachel. I appreciate that. And back to Marie. I don't know. I kind of got like an obsession with Whitney. I don't really know why.
Whitney's the best.
Yeah, but like I have like an undying affection for her. It's kind of weird, and I'm like because I've mentioned Whitney more than once on the live.
Yes, you have.
And I just want to say this about this drink. I thought the alcohol was not enough.
It's creeping.
It's in there.
It's creeping.
Frank, welcome to the stream.
What up, Frank?
I just took a sip and I was like, okay, this is tequila. So anyway, let's go back to the tea between. So Cardi B and Mr. Fontaine and Mr. Pesos from these rappers out of Camden, they're claiming that Cardi B stole their hook. Now, Cardi B initially goes back at them on Twitter and says, I don't know who the fuck y'all are. I ain't steal no song. She then reposts a clip of her and Meg Thee Stallion, and it looks like they were on a live together. And at the end of the live, Cardi B basically shares kind of like a little snippet of Up. She sings it.
Okay.
So she basically, she's like, she ends the live and she's like, dun, 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 and it's up, and it's up. This clip goes back to August 7th of 2020. So that was Cardi B's proof that, like, okay, bet your video came out, your song premiered September 7th of 2020, but here I am in August already prelimming this song up.
Which means that it was already in the working before that.
Yeah, so, like, my song was already in the works. So, like, your claims are invalid.
It's going to be interesting to see how this unfolds.
But it goes a little further.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Fontaine said, oh, what? Check this. He came back with another tweet and linked a video of his that came out August 6th, the day before. And it was their song. Hold on. Let me get the song. Hold on. Hold on one second. It was called In the Pockets.
Okay.
Okay? It was a song that they premiered called In the Pockets on August 6th, which was the day before Cardi B's video. Little live stream between her and Meg Thee Stallion. And they premiered a little snippet of their song Stuck at the end of that video.
Damn.
And it's posted on YouTube.
And
so
and the plot thickens.
And in addition to that, he then says in the tweet, he goes, okay, so here's proof of my portion of my song a day before yours, which goes to show that my song was already in the works.
And that's this guy right here, right? This
yeah, Mr. Fontaine.
Mr. Fontaine, right?
I don't know where Mr. Pesos is in all of this, but it seems that Mr. Fontaine is really like putting in all of the information regarding their music.
He's the one managing the social media.
Yeah. He then went on a podcast recently. And an interview just came out in this past week, and he says in the interview that it is not allegedly, it is for sure that Cardi B took our hook, because I know that our hook went straight from the studio to somebody on her team, because I have worked alongside people that work with Cardi B.
Oh.
So he's making that claim, and he's saying that it's not allegedly. I know this shit happened. Where's my money? And lastly, there were 5 people credited to this song Up by Cardi B. 5 writers. So there's 5 writers. There's 2 producers. And Cardi B even said in a tweet, if I didn't steal no song, but if you talking about a beat, you're beefing with me. So I think she's already kind of like putting it in the light of like, yo, if something was presented to me in the studio by a producer, by an engineer, or by a writer, and says, hey, Cardi, what do you think about this? And she had no idea that it was being presented to her and it was being taken from somewhere else.
Right.
Then who's to blame?
True. Yeah, that's truth.
So what I'm gonna say is this: Mr. Pesos and Mr. Fontaine, their video blew the fuck up on YouTube because of this.
I'm sure it did, of course.
Which I'm actually pretty happy for them because the song is pretty fire, and they're about to get a fucking paycheck.
Well, I mean,
they're about to get a fucking paycheck.
That's debatable, because I guarantee you that Cardi B, if this ends up, you know, going to court, I'm sure Cardi B's money is a little bit longer than Mr. Pesos' money. So their attorneys and all the stuff that she's going to be able to pull out they're going to bury these kids. Especially if they're trying to come out to Cardi B directly. They have to prove that she knowingly did that.
So
if she worked with a producer, and the producer, you know, suggested that she sings a song in this way and that way, I mean, you know, I don't really know all the details of how it's supposed to work. Whether if an artist takes some type of work from a producer, are they supposed to, you know, check to make sure and get all their stuff cleared before they put it out? Is it their responsibility as an artist?
Listen, I don't know that much about the entertainment industry, but what I'm going to say is this. No producer should be presenting anything to an artist on Cardi B's level that potentially, allegedly, could be coming from another artist.
Wouldn't be the first time it happened.
So whether Cardi B did it knowingly or unknowingly is neither here nor there. There is huge similarities between these songs, and
there's huge similarities between that portion of the hook.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Okay,
it's not even. They're identical.
I think it's gonna stand.
It's not even. It's not even a similarity. It's identical. But the question is Cardi B liable? This is a liability thing.
Listen,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, yes. For him to be like, Cardi B, where's my check? That means that she's liable for a copyright infringement, or even if that's even if it's copywritten.
Well, his song, their songs are copywritten.
Okay.
So Mark says Cardi B is a disgrace. A lady should always be proper when she is serenading a man. It's almost as though she wants to commit fornication. He's obviously being super sarcastic.
Yeah, for real.
And then Frank says, with cases like this, it is very difficult to prove that Cardi stole someone's hook, beat, or anything that was created by someone else. Robin Thicke was found guilty of using Marvin Gaye's music on his hit Blurred Lines, and that was shocking to everyone. So, I think it's going to be interesting how this plays out because it's currently in the works right now. It is like, what's that word? It's bubbling right now.
You know what's funny is that this actually happened to Vanilla Ice and Ice Ice Baby.
I do remember this.
So that dun 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 dun.
I was about 12 years old, but yes.
Yeah, but that vanilla. So that's actually. Those chords are from another artist's song.
Okay.
And Vanilla Ice literally changed like one portion of it, right? So like Vanilla's goes dun 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 dun, and then the other person's song goes dun 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 dun. Like it's just literally like one more thing, and he thought he could just change it and go with it, and that made it all the difference.
Nah, fam.
And that literally was the end of Vanilla Ice's career.
Nah, fam. You can't do that.
So, but I think Vanilla Ice knew that they were using that person's.
There is no piggybacking in the entertainment industry.
Not unless you pay.
Yes, you need to pay.
Yeah, you need to cut the check.
Because as a creative, as a person that creates art, right? I see things in the makeup world getting recreated all the time. And when I recreate a makeup of an artist that I love, I make sure I give them all the credit.
You know, you gotta.
If you're not paying somebody for their work, you're basically saying "fuck you" is what you're saying.
Yeah, you got to give props where props is due. I mean, that goes without saying. If not, then expect people to come to you, to come for you.
And Rachel's saying Vanilla Ice. He tried to defend that shit.
He did. He went on like shows. He did interviews. I mean, he tried so hard to defend it, but at the end of the day, it didn't work
but that shit wasn't working.
No. His career got put on ice. Literally.
Yo, damn. Yo, I got another joke for you. He tried to pull the vanilla card.
He tried to put it didn't work.
He was like, damn, yo, this ain't gonna work.
It ain't work.
They're like, nah, fam. You need to pay this. So that's currently still that's currently still in the works right now. So it is yet to be seen what's gonna happen between Cardi and Mr. Fontaine and Mr. Pesos. And you know what's funny? His name is Mr. Pesos. Like, yo, his name is Mr. Money.
Yeah, but except that he's after the wrong currency because the pesos, they don't
I think it's interesting that his name is Mr. Pesos and Mr. Fontaine.
It should be Senor Pesos.
No, I like Mr.
You like
Pesos.
Mr. Pesos?
Yeah, I actually thought the song was pretty fire. You saw
it
it
was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't hate it.
So Edgar's saying Vanilla Ice stole the band Queen song Under Pressure.
Yes, Under Pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo.
So.
And of course, listen. Cardi said it. She was like, "Yo, if I know or if I want something, I'm gonna pay for it."
Of course.
She said it.
It's not like she ain't got the money.
Yes, I do believe that. My belief is, this is my belief and my belief only. Okay. I believe something was presented to her. I think a beat, I think a hook, I think a line in a song was like, hey, why don't we try it like this?
Absolutely. I mean, because that's what happens in the studio. You get producers and engineers, they all come together and they work with an artist and they all put their input on the song to try to make it a hit.
Yeah.
And when it came to the hit, then that's what was told to her. that may be the best way to go about that hook. And she went in the booth. They did it. Everybody liked it. Let's lock it up. Put it out.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Because listen, the song is fire, bro. The song is fire. The video's fire. And again, in the audience, if you have not seen this video, I don't know if you're a Cardi B fan. I'm obviously a Cardi B fan. And she fucking did the damn thing for me in this video.
Somebody done fucked up though.
Okay. But one thing I will say about this video, she shot this video during COVID, and there's not COVID regulations in this video.
That should look like it was pre-COVID.
Cardi B is sticking her tongue in people's mouths. Yeah. I will just say that. And then Frank is saying, imagine someone else starting a live stream on YouTube and calling it Crap Talk Saturdays. And it's hosted by a guy named... Wait, I can't even read this because it's so funny. Hosted by a guy named Jivo and a girl named Ina.
Well, we coming for them. You better believe we're coming for them.
Fam, if you stealing something, go all out and hide it, Frank. Yo, that actually just made my motherfucking night. And then Michelle Edwards says, hey. So I'm assuming she made it. She found it.
Thanks for joining us, Michelle. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, and then Frank is saying Cardi B's song is going to ring out this summer. He said Jivo and that shit is actually pretty funny. So further story to come then, because we will see what will happen. We will see if Mr. Pesos and Mr. Fontaine will get a cut check for them. And last but not least, on my set of women to talk about is the beautiful Meg Thee Stallion. She also came out with a song, if not almost the same day, the next day, right after Cardi B's Up, she came out with a song called Cry Baby featuring The Baby. And I enjoyed the song.
It was okay.
Okay? I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it. Okay? Because you know me, when I hate something, 3 seconds into it, I'm cutting that bitch's mic off. Okay? So I enjoyed this video. I enjoyed the song. But what I'm going to say is this. A couple minutes into watching the video, I was like, damn, yo. This video reminds me of something. And I watched it again. And then there it was. There was a shot. Evil's going to pull it up. There was a shot of Meg Thee Stallion, which you could see her here on the left, where she's got, the V with the tongue out. And when I looked at it, I was like, I played it back a couple of times. I was like, yo, she looks just like Nicki to me in this shot. And I would say that Meg Thee Stallion is also, she's actually even a little deeper skin than Nicki Minaj. Yeah. And I'm assuming that the lighting in the video portrayed her skin a little bit lighter, because I work in a field where I see this a lot, that you'll see someone in a particular lighting and it alters the color of their skin. So I feel like the lighting in this shot really lightened her skin a little bit. But immediately I got the Nicki vibe from this, like right away. And in this video, Cry Baby with Meg Thee Stallion, she has a Barbie aspect to the song. Mm-hmm. She literally is portraying herself as a doll in the song. And you watched the video with me, and then when you and I were talking about it, I was like, yo, even the hair. And then you were like, yo, but that's
Little Kim.
That's Little Kim.
Yeah, that all goes back to Kim.
So 100% it all goes back to Little Kim. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with, being inspired by someone's overall styling, right? Mm-hmm. Because let's be honest, in the entertainment industry, you're going to look at what someone's wearing, what they're doing, how they're doing their hair, and you're going to say to your stylist, you're going to say to your hair person, your makeup person, mm-hmm. Yo, can we try this? Or can we try a version of this? But what I'm wondering is, how does this then set them apart as artists? Because if you look at that photo, don't they all have the same vibe? Like, even though it's 3 different women, to me it's the same vibe.
At face value, yes, it does.
And it's different time frames, obviously. You know, Meg Thee Stallion is now. Nicki, that picture of Nicki was obviously, you know, a couple years back, and obviously Little Kim was more than a couple years back. So we're looking at the images in different, you know, different decades. But I just feel like, then how does this like make them an individual as a female? Like I feel like they're all being put in kind of like a same box.
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, there's a few things going on right here. One, that's clear as day is that they're being styled by someone, right? And what I see here is that they're being it's the typecasting going on. You know, at the end of the day, each one of these women, as you see them as artists, but their labels see them as a business, and they are a business, right? And so the question is, what are you gonna do to make your music sell? What are you gonna do to make sure that you meet your contractual obligations and push units, right? Yeah. And I think Kim set the bar. Kim made the recipe. Yeah. Right?
And I just feel like they're remixing it.
And they're remixing it. Why? Because they have to make a choice, right? They have to do one of two things. They have to either fall in line to a typecast, or they have to pave their own lane. Kim paved her own lane.
Agreed.
She paved her own lane. Kim was that artist. Nicki and Meg Thee Stallion are just following suit. They're copying something that they know that works, and they're putting their own twist to it.
So I agree with you. I don't want to say that Nicki and Meg are copying, because you have to understand when Nicki first came into the scene, she wasn't looking how she looks in that photo.
No, I get that.
I think it is the people behind them.
Right.
That is, they're pulling from.
Yes, but they're going with it, because the same thing happens in Hollywood, right? When listen, yeah, just wait, hear me out for a second before you go there, right?
Okay.
When an actor plays a role, right, and the role is a successful role, what comes after? Scripts about the same role over and over and over again. Now it is up to the actor to deny all of those scripts, to say no to them, and try something else and come out in a different light. Or there are actors that they just take those scripts and you see them in the same role over and
like you were saying before.
And they accept them. They accept those gigs. The ones that don't, even though they get the scripts, they don't accept them, and they end up trying to do something else to try to pave themselves in a different light, to try to see themselves in this light. These artists, they have the same opportunity. They are accepting this at some point. They may be presented these images, these type of styles by their stylist and their labels, and say, hey, go with this, do this. But they have the right to, they have a choice to say, yes, I'm going to do it, or no. And the fact that you see them in the position that they are is because they've agreed to it.
That's a lot to process.
Absolutely.
But I think it's 100% apparent that their looks are coming from Little Kim.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
I'm not upset at it, but what makes me sad about it is that I think Meg Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj are amazing, and I didn't put Cardi B in this, but Cardi B falls into this too, because I actually had another picture that I wanted to share, but I chose not to share it because we talked about Cardi B before. But Cardi B, she's got the same vibe too. She kind of does the same thing. Yeah. And I just feel like these women, they get to the top and they're given this recipe, and then I feel like in the end, it sets them up for failure, because they're not really, like you said, they're not paving their own lane.
No, they're not.
So I'm going to read some comments because my face is kind of hot right now. Like, I honestly get like a little annoyed at this kind of stuff. Frank says, Meg and Nicki are forever going to have to work to move past the impression that Nicki and Kim have left on hip hop in terms of their look. And hey, Jen, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining us. And then Rachel says, no originality. Kim pioneered the look and the vibe. And then Frank says, the styling could be a way of giving props to who you consider an equal artist to you, like the way Jay on occasion uses big lyrics in his songs. But this is common in the music industry, Rachel's saying. And then Vic is saying, wow, Little Kim, hell yeah. And then Jen is saying, I think Meg is paying tribute, to be honest. And hey, Melissa, welcome to the stream. And then Frank is saying, talk to them, Evil. The images that are used are the ones that they know and will sell. And then Jen is saying, like, she really respects the rappers before her. She's really unproblematic. I agree with that. She's referring to Meg Thee Stallion. I do agree that Meg Thee Stallion is very unproblematic because when she teamed up with Cardi, she's still pieced up with Nicki. Right. So, like, she's really just trying to be, like, super unproblematic. And she's just like, listen, yo, I'm trying to rap and I'm trying to do my thing. I don't think that she's trying to disrespect anybody with her look.
The problem that I got.
Wait, before you go, let me just read, because there's quite a few comments and I just want to read them. And then Jen is saying, Nicki refused to acknowledge Kim's style. Meg will always say she's inspired by 90s rappers. And Marie says, men do it all the time. For some reason, whenever women do it, it's even more noticeable. And then Frank says, that's such a great point, Jennifer. Meg has never hidden her admiration for Nicki. This look is her way of giving Nicki her respect. And then Corey's saying, damn, Gina, you looking cute. And then Jen says, Cardi loves Left Eye from TLC. So she obviously, maybe she has some homage to that. And then Edgar says, I feel Cardi B, Nicki, and Meg are emulating Little Kim. I think a lot of this is what we're saying. You know, we're saying that, like, I think, real quick, to Marie's point, I do think that men do it a lot. And I do think that when women do it, it's more noticeable. You know why? And in my opinion, is because there's not as many women rappers in the industry. So because there's fewer, it's easier to hone in on them. But when there's a plethora of men, that shit kind of falls to the wayside.
Yes and no, because
really?
Yes and no. I mean, because rappers, they will get at each other for that.
Yes.
Okay. They'll agree. They'll single that person out and put them on blast. 2, I think if you're gonna pay homage to somebody, pay homage to that person. Don't do it indiscreetly. Don't do it in a way where you're showing an image that is obviously inspired by someone who you grew up admiring, but yet not pay homage to that person. Mm-hmm. Bring the Queen Bee. Bring her out.
Yo.
Bring her. Okay? Pay homage to her.
You and I were talking about this. How fucking amazing would it be if it was a song? It was like you know how when Kanye did Monster? Imagine Nicki Minaj, Little Kim, Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, all on a all my hair just stood up.
Yo, that shit would be so fire. Let all of your fans know for real what inspired you. What were you listening to before you even thought about being a rapper? The music that you were banging on your headphones that were bringing you through the tough times. That person, now that you're on top and now that you're emulating their images, bring them out.
So Jen is saying, Evo, Meg and Cardi post side-by-side comparisons on their IGs. They are not discreet about it.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Side-by-side comparisons of what? Of Kim? Of them and Kim?
So I'm going to assume that Jen is referring to, like, if Nicki, not Nicki, if Cardi or Meg emulates a look, that maybe they then post an image that they drew inspiration from.
Okay. That I can respect.
I could be wrong, but I'm pulling that from what I'm pulling that from what Jen is saying.
I can most definitely respect that.
Yeah. Listen, I love all of these chicks. Okay? I have no hate for any of them. I told you I'm all about girl power. The only thing about that video is that when I saw it, I was like, ooh, damn, this really gave me like a strong Nicki vibe. So my gripe with it was I just wonder how it sets them apart.
Yeah.
And last but not least, since we touched on the guy thing that Marie was talking about that I found was really interesting, and I posed this question to you. do you feel like there's a double standard in the industry? Because when I see these videos, these Cardi videos, these Nicki videos, these Meg Thee Stallion videos, these women are giving us the full package. They're giving us lyrics. They're giving us visuals. They're giving us wardrobe. They're giving us choreo. They're giving us fucking everything. And then you see a lot of male rappers come out with videos that are super subpar. And listen, I love fucking J. Cole. He came out with a song with him and the baby and one other rapper, I forget his name. And they're basically just they're just standing on the steps of a building rapping. And that song blew up. The song was great. And the video has a lot of views, probably just as much as some of these Cardi and Nicki videos.
Yeah.
And they're not giving you much. Do you feel like there's a double standard? Do you feel like women have to meet this really high bar in comparison to men? Because when I think about it, there's only a few male rappers in the industry that I think of off the top of my head that give us that type of package. And the two that I think of, and I would love for anyone else to add to this, is Outkast. I felt like Outkast always gave us visually stimulating videos. Their wardrobe was always off the chain, and they didn't know so much dance, but they definitely had some. They moved in their videos. It wasn't just some like two-stepping. And the old Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes videos used to blow my mind. And I feel like I don't get that so much from men. The only recent male rapper that I could think of video-wise that I'm like, oh, that was pretty cool, was Travis Scott. Other than that, a lot of these rappers, they're just kind of like, yo, what's good? And that's about it.
So, no, I don't feel like that all women have to go to that extent to give out a hit or for their songs to be something big.
Okay.
All right. The first woman that comes to mind that I think had a lot of success and didn't have to go to that extent was Lauryn Hill. Okay, I feel that there's a lot of her songs and a lot of her music videos that were very successful and didn't go to that level that these girls went to in their videos, right? Is that the comparison that you're trying to make? Why is it that they have to go all out to this level in order for their songs to make it to where they're making it?
I'm not even just talking about their songs. I'm talking about their overall career. I feel like they are given their bar is set a lot higher. And Lauryn Hill's a great example. That is one example. I can give you so many female rappers that go to this multitude of content. And I can tell you about so many male rappers that don't. Lauryn Hill, and you know what's funny? I was going to mention her. She's probably the only female artist within the last couple of decades. Because I'm not even going back further. Like, we're talking about 2000 in the last 20 years.
Now, are we talking about just one specific genre?
We're talking about hip-hop and rap.
Hip-hop and rap. Okay. Well, I mean, if I sat here and thought about it, maybe I could come up with. But there was
like super successful female rap artists.
There isn't many, but again, I think that it falls into what I was saying before. Like, there is that recipe that if you want, it works, and if you put it together with the right ingredients, you're bound for a masterpiece. And so,
yes,
I feel like it's being regurgitated. It's being regurgitated over and over and over again.
Which is what I saw. And for me, that's problematic. Because then, to me, there's no evolution. And listen, I ripped Fat Joe for this like a couple weeks ago.
Yes, you did.
Okay? Because I think there needs to be evolution. And I really like Meg Thee Stallion. And I really like Cardi B. And I really like Nicki Minaj. And I want to see them evolve. And I'm going to tell you why I think it fucks them in the end. Because it puts them in a box. And when it puts them in a box, then what happens is their fans become true to that image of them. And when they then try to separate themselves from that image, their fans revolt.
Yes. And this is what I was telling you. I think we spoke about this a couple of lives ago, where I felt that I was saying, where do you go from here? When you go to that extent as a female artist, like, what's left?
Okay, so I'm gonna read some comments because I remember exactly what you were talking about, and I'm telling you, my face is so hot right now. And then, so Jen, referring back to what Jen said, she said the looks. Okay. So she's saying that they do side by side. Melissa says, I don't think they would ever collaborate together in such a large amount of people because the industry is too competitive for women. Meg and Cardi, and then Mark says, Meg and Cardi for me will never be as good as Missy Elliott. Her music won't ever stop being great. I would agree. I would say that Missy Elliott is a fucking icon. Yeah. But again, that's a very good point of a woman that went like
she paved her own lane.
You watch it, no, but look at a Missy Elliott video in comparison to male artists. Like even from I Can't Stand the Rain. Wait, let me just. I'm not trying to cut you off. Let me just. There's quite a few comments I wanted to read them. And then Frank says Cardi and Meg are spitting hot fire on these tracks, and they are dancing and serving these incredible looks. And then Frank says Gina is right. Male hip hop artists do not put as much work into their shows and performances. Edgar says Lil' Kim featuring Missy Elliott, The Brat, Left Eye. Angie Martinez came out with Not Tonight, Ladies Remix. Lil' Kim and Missy Elliott, I would have kept that. I would have probably dropped the other three. Sorry. And then Mark says, man, I forgot about Lauryn Hill. She was so talented. Melissa says, why it was a different time, as she was definitely more songs than rap. When she was rapping, she was in a group with men. Okay. I understand what she's saying. Her solo album was a lot different than when she was with the Fugees.
Right.
And then Edgar says, no, MC Lyte was way before Lauryn Hill. I would agree, but I want to talk about people currently because MC Lyte was a long time ago.
Excuse me.
The 90s was like 30 years ago, guys. Lauryn Hill was in different times, what Melissa's saying. And then Frank says, I feel the need to remind y'all that Lauryn Hill did not write any songs on her only album. She's talented, but she did not work on her own album at all. Fuck my life. And then Frank says, today women in hip-hop seem to be writing and speaking for themselves. Meg and Cardi write and co-write their own songs. Frank, I will tell you this. On the Up song, she had 5 writers credited. So there's a little discrepancy there with this last song. I don't know about anything previous. And then Jen says, I really hate to say it, but new age girl rappers don't conceptualize independently. They kind of just want to look cute. That's a very good point, Jen. And I appreciate that input because that says a lot in a little. And then Edgar says Foxy Brown is another artist forgotten.
But Foxy Brown took that route, which was the route that Meg Thee Stallion and Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj took as far as appearance goes.
Yeah.
Now, what I wanted to say about Missy Elliott is that Missy Elliott, again, did what Lil' Kim did. She paved her own lane. She could have did the whole, she could have did like what's her name? The big girl right now that's out. There's like a rapper, but she like dresses scandalous. Lizzo. She could have went a Lizzo route.
Who?
Missy Elliott. Like Missy Elliott could have. She could have did a.
I understand.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but she decided not to. She paved her own lane, and that's why she's an icon for it. She decided, I'm not gonna go do the typical thing. What you're gonna do? I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm gonna make my own. And that's what's great about Missy. So I think
Missy Elliott is a national treasure, and she's one of those people that something happens to her, I'm fucking riding in the street.
So you have like Lizzo. Lizzo could have easily did the Jill Scott approach. Now I don't understand that one's one's soft and R&B, one's rap, but you have two.
I wouldn't consider Lizzo rap. I would consider her like hip hop.
Okay, fine.
Hip hop kind of pop. Like it's not rap. It's not like Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying?
But I think every artist has a choice when it comes to their image that they want to present. And the image that they're going to present is obviously it's going to determine how much success that they have, or how fast their success is going to come. Whether it's going to come by something that works and they know it works, or it's going to come slowly by something that has to be built because it's their own and it has to like create this whole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my take on it.
Listen, there's a fucking lot to unpack in here, and like my face has been hot for the last fucking 30 minutes because I get really fired up about these type of topics because
I'm need some milk.
You know what it is? I'm just very about female empowerment, and I hate when I see what I think to maybe be women being steered in the wrong direction because I want to see them succeed.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, they're agreeing to what they're doing.
Well, it's probably hard not to agree when you're getting that fucking check. So, anyway, let's fucking change gears. And let's get into our top 5 for the night because it's fucking 8:30. We talked for an hour about this shit.
We have a top 5?
Yeah, we have a top 5 for the night. And
Excuse me. Yeah, oh my god.
And we are actually in honor of the Lunar New Year.
Yes.
Our top 5 is in honor of the Lunar New Year. And if anyone doesn't know what the Lunar New Year is, it's basically I don't want to call it the Chinese New Year, because a lot of other Asian cultures also celebrate this holiday. And it's basically their new year because it is the first time that they see a new moon in the lunar solar. And they have a lot of traditions for the Lunar New Year that after, looking into it a little bit, like they have some traditions for this holiday that I think this culture embraces that is really beautiful. But one of the primary traditions of the Lunar New Year is to have what they call a reunion dinner. And it's a dinner that takes place traditionally the night before, which, like celebrating New Year's Eve. You are doing it the night before to celebrate the new moon. But some people do it, more new age, the day of, whatever it is. And the reunion dinner usually takes place in a household of one of the eldest people in the Asian family. And at these reunion dinners, there's all types of good ass food. And here in America, if you don't love you some Asian cuisine, I don't give a fuck what it is.
You got some problems.
Okay, whether it's Chinese food, whether it's sushi, whether it's Korean fried chicken, I don't give a fuck what it is. That shit slaps.
All of it. Give it
all
to me
of it. All. Give it to me, like literally, give it to me all.
For
like
real.
Vietnamese, I eat it all. I do not discriminate anything from the
Thai
Asian.
food's Asian, right?
Literally anything, even Filipino food, I will eat it.
Let's get it.
Okay, so in honor of the Lunar New Year, we have a top 5 for you in that honor.
So in celebration of the Lunar New Year, we decided to dedicate our top 5 to the best Chinese food takeout.
America style.
America style.
Right?
Right?
Because
not that overseas stuff, because we don't know nothing about that.
Because I don't know shit about real Asian cuisine, because I've only eaten Asian cuisine here in America.
Yeah. So.
But your top 5 best Chinese takeout.
Yes. So coming in at number 5, this is actually one of my favorites. We haven't had this in a long time.
I was really troubled by this one because I moved it from one spot.
Really?
I moved it from one spot to another spot. But before you say our number 5 best Chinese takeout, let me read some comments.
Okay.
Because there's quite a few. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So going back real quick. So Jen says, remember when Nicki used to dress all eccentric? I think she just got focused and on being retired. And then Mark says, I prefer old school female rappers to the new style female rappers. It's so much more sexualized now, but is just more about beats and lyrics back then.
Wait, can I say something to Jen's comment?
Sure.
I'm gonna come out and say it. All right, that's not what happened to her. Her career ended when she tried to punk Miley Ray Cyrus on national TV.
Yo, you always say
I will say that, and I will go down saying that. She did not realize that she was punking Billy Ray Cyrus's daughter.
Yes.
A legend.
Dolly Parton picked up the phone and said,
yo,
who's this chick?
Dolly Parton. Look, Miley Ray Cyrus is like Dolly Parton's little daughter. Like they grew up together. Can you imagine if Dolly Parton, when she saw that on, who is this girl on TV dissing my little baby? I can't imagine the phone calls that happened that day. All right. So best believe it's not because Nikki fell off. She got shut down. She got shut off. Anyway, moving on.
So Jen says it's hot because you're a hot girl, Gina. Damn fucking straight. Okay. I'm gonna take that shit to my grave. On my gravestone was gonna say, "Here lies Gina, hot girl." It's hot girl shit. And then Frank says, "I'm here for the top 5. Let's go." And then Marie says, "I know y'all love that Asian food. That's how we met." Damn straight, Marie. And then Jen says, "Let's get Benihana again, please. Saki babe." Okay, wait. So people are starting to talk about foods that and wait, I'm gonna read.
Yeah, you can't read any of the foods.
I can't.
No, don't read any of the foods.
I can't read with any of the food. But Jen says, "I love both of my sad queens, Miley and Nikki. I grew up on both of them." You know, that's probably what it is. Nikki was like, "Look at this sad bitch over here. I'm about to come and get her." But anyway, let's get into the top 5. Number 5, best Chinese takeout.
Coming in.
Here we go.
Number 5, one of my personal favorites. I used to fuck this shit up on the regular. I could eat a large one of these to the face. Is, oh my God, I could just taste it right now before I could say it.
Pouring it out?
Yes, pouring it out. It's so unique. My favorite, number 5, shrimp with lobster sauce.
Yo, fight me on that, bro.
Fight me on that.
And I'm going to tell you what's even better about shrimp with lobster sauce. You could get the lobster sauce without the shrimp and just pour it on top of your rice.
No, I want it with the shrimp, and I'm putting hot sauce on it.
Yo, give me them shrimp. Evil said give me them shrimp.
My shit gonna look like a bloody mess.
Yo, I'm just going to say this, right? The best Chinese food I've ever had other than Chinatown. Because Chinatown is the real for me. Because I've never been to anywhere in Asia.
That's our authentic Chinese food. Like
right, Chinatown. Yeah. But there is a place here in New Jersey in the next town over from us called Cathay 22. They
do it different.
Is legit.
That shit hit different.
That shit hit different. It's so hit different. Let me tell you how hit different it hits. Our daughter does not touch eggs with a 10-foot pole.
Nope.
We go to this Chinese spot. Ava be like, "Yo, let me get them rice with them eggs." How about the other day she asked for them rice with the eggs? She said, "Daddy, can we go to that place with the rice with the eggs?" Because
for some reason, I don't know what they put in it, but the shit tastes different.
Yo, that shit slaps.
That shit, they hit different.
Let me read some. Let me read some comments. Okay, here we go. Woo! So, I'm not gonna read any of the food ones. So Melissa says they put money under their pillow for money luck for the Lunar New Year. By the way, this year is the year of the ox. My son Anthony is an ox, and if you were an ox and if this is your year. I'll give you a little bit of tidbit about the ox. Your personality traits are you are diligent, gentle, hardworking, reliable, patient, materialistic, and stubborn. And your element is fire. You are passionate and you have bursts of dynamic energy. Just figured I'd give you that. Let me continue reading some.
We are having some issues here.
How so?
This plug is not fully charging the laptop, and we're at 5%, and I'm getting a lot of low battery. It's coming on and off, on and off, on and off. It's not fully staying on.
Okay. So we have about 15 minutes. So.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Rock it till the wheels fall off.
So, do you need me to step off and get another plug?
We only have just yours.
Your other one doesn't work at all?
No.
Great. Okay. I swear to God, guys, fucking live shit always happens. Anyway, let's go to our number 4 then.
All right. So coming in at number 4, we're gonna spin through this real quick because we don't want to get cut off. Coming in at number 4 is so good, so delicious, unmistakable. You cannot even get this anywhere else, and I love it because it's fucking General Tao's chicken.
Yo, General Tao's chicken.
Oh my God.
General Tao's chicken is the type of Chinese food that you get when you don't know shit about Chinese food and you order it and you're like, Jesus Christ.
General Tao's chicken will like your first bite of General Tso's chickens. I feel like that shit makes your pupils open up. Like it is an explosion of flavor that is beyond anything else that you can get from a Chinese food place.
Yo, I'm having deja vu right now.
You stay having deja vu.
I don't know, bro. Okay, so wait. And then Melissa says, Frank says, damn, Evil spilling the tea. Let me find out that Jolie was ready to spin the block on Nikki.
Bro, it was about to go down.
And then Melissa says, I read an article about Nikki's career ending over Miley. Evo got that tea report this week. I'm here for it. And then Jen says, more Chinese food. Melissa, hit me when you're free. I recommend a good Korean barbecue spot. Jen says, I want to know the barbecue spot, Frank. Shrimp and lobster sauce, throw up, Melissa says. Evo and Gina are having fat boy hot flashes because of the top 5. And then Mark says, guys, I think you would love Chinese food in London. It's generally off the hook. And then Frank says, yeah, General Tso's chicken slaps better than when you drunk as fuck.
Yes, it does.
So let's go to number 3 because I don't want to lose that.
You're coming in at number 3. Yeah, I think we're running on hopes and dreams right now.
Come on, go.
All right, coming in at number 3 is beef and broccoli.
Yo, okay, so again, beef and broccoli is one of those things that when you don't know shit about Chinese food, you order beef and broccoli.
I gotta close this.
Okay, so close it. Go ahead. We're fine. Yeah. I have it on here.
All right.
Beef and broccoli is one of those things that, like, if you don't know shit, it's a safe meal. And if it's not beef and broccoli, it's chicken and broccoli.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Go to number 2.
All right. Coming in at number 2.
Edgar's saying he's sad that General Tso's is number 4. Mind you, Edgar, this is our top 5.
Yeah.
Our top 5.
Yeah. So you can remix it and chop it up however you want.
But it also is in honor of the Lunar New Year. So
but this is how it goes down in our house. When we order, minus the beef and the chicken, because like, you know, we switched up the way we eat.
We actually get tofu and broccoli.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Coming in at number 2 is lo mein and fried rice.
Yo, and we put lo mein and fried rice together because, like, I mean, they're fucking the same thing. One is just a rice and one is a noodle, but it's the same shit. You
can get the lunch special.
Right? Oh my God. That's how you know we from the hood. Okay? That you talking about a lunch special.
Gotta get the lunch special.
You gotta flip the menu over and it's like a $4 special.
Yep.
All right. And let's go to our last one, please.
All right. Coming in at number 1 is motherfucking dumplings.
Yo.
And I'm talking about steamed, fried, pork, shrimp, vegetable, however which way you want it. Just give me them dumplings.
Yo. Give me those fucking dumplings,
goddamn
bro.
Dumplings.
Funny story. That's how we met Frank, over dumplings.
Over dumplings, and and if it's soup dumplings, even better. Yeah, we're dropping frames. We're doing all types of stuff right now.
That's not good.
No, let's do. It is what it is.
So on that note, we actually let's end a little bit early because this is going to crap out on us.
Yeah. And
I swear to God. There's always some shit. But before we end, we had such a good other piece that we want to talk about. I just want to make one recommendation still in light of Black History Month. I want to recommend the movie Photograph. I just recently watched this movie, and it is with Issa Rae and Lakeith Stanfield. It's a beautiful rom-com, romantic comedy. It's great for Valentine's Day. Whether you're going to watch it with someone, watch it alone. I don't give a fuck. Get some pizza, get some wine, watch it. It is a great movie that is 2 stories are told simultaneously. And I fucking loved it. It gave me some tears. It gave me some laughs. And I love Issa Rae and I love Lakeith Stanfield. So I highly recommend it. But I actually think that that's it for us for the end of the night.
Yeah, we're going to end it early. We're actually in the background here. We're having some technical difficulties. And before we get cut off, we just want to wrap this up. We don't want the end of the stream just to cut off on you guys.
I'm just going to kill Evo after this.
Not my fault.
It is. It's
not my fault.
No, it's always Evo's fault.
I plead the 5th. I live on the 5th floor.
Right. So Frank is saying Judah and the Black Messiah. Trust me, Frank, I know.
Yes.
Trust me,
heard a lot of good things about that movie.
I'm ready for that. But thank you everybody for joining. Yes. Had such a great time with you tonight, joining us here on Shit Talk Fridays. But until next Friday, peace out.
Peace out. And before we go, please don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, tell your friends to come join us